everyone, I'm here in Briag. So there's a lot of cool cliffs here on both sides, and it keeps going over there. I'm being super careful. I'm not really close to the edge at all. And it's a beautiful day. I'm quite happy. I'll show you something interesting about something else that's interesting. And yeah, there's a lot of wind, so my hair is a little bit crazy. But yeah, it's a great day. Actually, it's getting a little bit cloudier, but compared to yesterday, it's a great day. It's a bit windy, but I can live with that. And then, so yeah, Briag, I was told to come here several times, and this is one of the reasons why. So Briag has like a lot of natural gas, and it just comes out of the ground. And this one is, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. There we go. I'm boiling my water on the natural gas because it's always just going. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think somebody's coming. Oh well. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about yesterday and what I did, and it was not a great day. I might take a little bit of time to make my tea at some point, but so yeah, yesterday I left Varna. At around 9 o'clock, and the way that it was supposed to go was that I was supposed to go up really like a big hill for 400 meters, I think it was, and then slowly the whole rest of the day was supposed to be down. So that seemed pretty nice. That seemed pretty okay to do. Sorry, I'm just looking at the person coming. So yeah, so I started off and starting going uphill, and then this lady stopped me. She was just getting out of her house, and she stopped me to ask me some questions. So she was like, "Oh," she didn't speak any English. But yeah, she was wondering where I was going, so I told her. Oops. So I told her I was actually going to Constanza, which was the only city I remembered that was along the way. And then she had this really annoying voice. I mean, I feel bad because I think she had the best intentions, but she was like, "You going where? Where?" And so I had a really hard time understanding her and like dealing with that voice. Oh, sorry, just making my tea. There we go. So yeah, and then she told me, "Oh, Constanza," and she showed me where to go, but that's not where I was supposed to go at all. That road led me to a parking lot, so I tried to cut it short, because then she started talking about her parents and her house, and I was like, I kind of want to go, like I kind of need to get there, because it was a big, it was supposed to be 100 kilometers, which I haven't done in a long time, so I kind of wanted to, get a head start. But no, she kept on talking, and so at some point I was like, okay, I need to go, and I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I went in the direction that she told me, which yeah ended up being a parking lot. So I just stayed there for a little bit of time until she went back to her house, and then went the other way. But yeah, the other way was not great either. It was just really steep hills. Had to walk most of them because it was also on dirt road and with a lot of rocks, so slipping and sliding everywhere. Even when I was walking, I was slipping and sliding. So no, it was not a great start to the day. Then I made the video, and by the time when I made the video, I was at the top. It was 400 meters climb, but like really steep. And yeah, and it was great too, and it was gray, windy, cold. So overall, yeah, not great. But yeah, so it started to flatten out, so that was good. But yeah, nothing really to see. And the way that the day worked was that the first half was just road, was just getting there, and then the second part I was going to take, like, instead of going straight to the guest house, I was going to go along the coast where there was like 3-4 interesting things, including this, to see and to do. And so I was really looking forward to that. But then noon came around and I was nowhere close, so I just sat down by the side of the road and ate my ate my lunch, and then a little after that, like an hour after, my tire pops. And so I need to fix that. So I go on the side of the road again, try to fix the tire, plug the hole, put it back, like pump it again, and I hear whistling still. I'm like, did I not plug it properly? And it turns out that there were 2 holes. So I don't know how, but 2 holes. So now I plug both of them, put them in the tire and in the wheel, and everything was fine. I had to like repump it once. It deflated, so I pumped it again once, and then it was fine for the rest of the time. So I'm not sure what happened there. But no, then I just kept on going. So then I was like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna do the scenic route. It's getting late, and I'm going back to Varna anyway, so I'll do the scenic things tomorrow in the morning, which I think was a good call now that I see it. And so it was just about getting there, so I just kept going and going and going and going. And then the sun sort of came out, so I took a couple of nice pictures. And oh right, I forgot to mention, I don't know if it was because of the cold or what, but I was sneezing like pretty bad and very sniffy and snotty. So that was not great as well, just to like keep on sneezing on the bike. So yeah, I was really not feeling well. And then alright, and then I finally made it to Shabla, which is where my guest house was, and I can't find it. So I'm looking at the map where on Google Maps it says it's right here, so I look around and I can't find it. Like nothing says guest house Borisov, like, so I'm very confused. And then I decide to call them. The phone doesn't work, and I decide to look at the pictures, and I compare to the house, and it didn't look anything like it, like nothing. So then I get a little desperate, so I get off the bike and I look at my phone. I'm like, okay, how can I solve this? And this young man comes out of his house and starts putting his boots on. I'm guessing like they were going somewhere. And then he kind of like looks at me and like asks me like, well, what are you doing? Well, that's what I understood at least. I'm like, looking for guest house Borisov. He's like, okay. And I didn't really get a good feeling from him, but he was going to show me guest house Borisov, so whatever. So I kind of go with him, and then he just walks silently, and I was like, okay, like, I don't know, usually when people help you out, they're like curious to know at least where you are from or something, and I'm like, oh, do you speak a little bit of English? He's like, no. Okay. And he's like, Bulgaria? I was like, no, so I don't speak any Bulgarian at all. And then maybe like 30 seconds, a minute into it, finally we get to guest house Borisov. He honestly could have pointed me the way and I would have been fine, but anyways. And we get to it, and then he goes 10 leva, which is €5, $7. I'm like, what? He goes 10 leva. I was like, no, that's not worth 10 leva. And then he's like, 10 leva. I'm like, no, like, what? And then like, why? He's like, I'm poor. So like, no, like, I'm not, like, had you told me beforehand that it was going to cost me 10 leva, I probably would have said no anyway, like, so in the end, I was just like, no. And then the dad came around with the car and was waiting for him, and he kept on being really insistent, and I was not having it. I was like, no, I'm not giving you 10 leva for like a minute of work, or not even work, minute of being nice to someone. So I kept on being really insistent that no, not gonna happen. And then he starts like showing me that he's gonna beat me up like later, next time he sees me, and I'm, okay, like, what is this? And then the dad is just there. I'm guessing it's the dad. I'm not sure, but he's just watching it happen and just, yeah, being cool with it. Then they get in the car and they drive away. And yeah, finally I meet the person who's in charge of guest house Borisov. He didn't seem to have any idea I was coming, so I showed him, and he's like, oh, okay. Even though I got a confirmation not only of my booking, but then they're like, the host knows you're coming. So I don't know how, but anyway, that happened. And yeah, he's a part of a jewelry store. He owns a jewelry store, so he opened the jewelry store because that's where the keys were. Did everything, and yeah. But I don't think they get a lot of tourists, at least not English-speaking tourists, because nobody seems to know how to speak English, except in Varna, where there was like, yeah. But yeah, that was my day yesterday, so not great. Um, and then yeah, today is looking a lot better, especially I have the sunshine. The gray clouds are coming, but no. Oh, I don't know where the wind is coming from, but hopefully the blue sky will stay strong. And I'm gonna have my tea, and that will be it. And I'll talk to you about today, I guess either tonight or tomorrow. All right, bye.